Mental illness has become a law enforcement issue in Oklahoma as those suffering with mental health issues are now landing behind bars. Dick Pryor spoke with an Oklahoma Watch reporter, Clifton Adcock, about the growing population of mentally ill inmates in Oklahoma's jails and prisons.
Cliff, you write that Oklahoma's prisons have become de facto mental institutions. Why has that happened?
Well, it started with deinstitutionalization in the mid-20th century. The individuals who were let out of the large hospitals that cared for the mentally ill were supposed to get care in the community. However, the money didn't follow from those shut down hospitals into the community to provide care, and so they fell to the jails to care for.
Where did the money go that was supposed to go to mental health?
It was peeled off into various different areas. It didn't go to mental health. Some of it did. Some have followed the individuals, but the majority of it went to other projects or other state functions.
What happens to people who wind up in jails and prisons who need mental health treatment?
Oftentimes they don't get treatment. It's more of management. From the people I've spoken with, they say that most of it is behavioral management rather than treatment to cure or manage the person's mental illness. It's more making sure they behave and abide by the rules and regulations of the jail or prison. In prison, some individuals do get some minimal treatment, but it's nothing like they would get out in the community.
Now, many of these people are homeless, and they keep coming back.
That's right. Many of them get into a revolving door situation where they're in jail 1 week, stay for a few weeks, and then are back out on the street only to arrive back within a couple weeks or months later.
You talk about the dollars for mental health that went elsewhere. It's also costlier to provide mental health treatment to people in prisons and jails.
That's right. The Department of Mental Health estimates it costs around $23,000 on average to house a prisoner, where that's per year. Whereas to care for them in the community, it costs around $5,000 a year. So there's a large gap between those two.
And about how many people are there in jail or prison that need mental health treatment or that have severe mental illness?
Well, the Department of Corrections estimates around a third of prisoners are suffering from some form of mental illness. That's higher with the women prisoners. It's more like 52%. For jails, estimates vary from between 16% with a severe mental illness to more than 50% with any sort of mental illness.
All right, you'll be continuing to follow this story. Clifton Adcock from Oklahoma Watch, thank you.
Thanks.